this one mostly by myself, but Michel gave me a lot of input, and also Xavier, and he also started to code like, the next steps. So the idea is to have a stemmer for Luxembourgish, for R, because usually I work in R when I work, and I work at the employment agency. We have also some Luxembourgish jobs, so it would be nice to be able to do at least some processing directly in Luxembourgish. And of course, stemming is at the base of all NLP processing, so you can use it for classification tasks, whatever we need to do. So in terms of methods, I implemented 3 levels of stemming. The first one, I asked Michel, who developed already a resource for the spell checker. So within the spell checker I just showed, there is a stemming tool, which it has like a mild stemming in the sense that it does mostly, for example, adjectives that are cleansed in different ways, like masculine, like you can see that maybe analytician becomes analytish, and so on. So he followed the framework, and then I just found an R package that used the same framework, and I imported his files, and it worked. So this is the first thing I did, and then I tried also to complement it with information on the LOD. I didn't do yet a comparison of the two, but what I did there, so in the LOD you have information on suggested spellings, and so I said, okay, I created the lookup table, so if there is a given suggested spelling for a given lemma, they are all reconducted to the same lemma. And they just have to do a bit of cleaning because the suggested spelling, I think maybe they're done more for autocorrection or things like this kind of purpose. So there are some things like, for example, boom, I mean, pardon the pronunciation, of course, it's a suggested spelling for boom Eierson. And then this means that when at the beginning, when there was boom, every boom in the text, it was replaced with the lemma, which was boom Eierson. So I just had to do a bit of cleaning there, but now I have impression works fine. And then on the LOD, you also have the tab with declensions. You can see, like, for example, from plural to singular. So I feel this is the mildest, the most conservative version of stemming that could be applied. So for each of the 3 methods, I developed a function in R that takes a word or a set of words and then report another set of words, either the stem version or the original version if you didn't find anything. And because they are so simple, it's easy to just to put the function sequentially if you want to apply more types of stemming. So then I created a higher level function that uses this function to do the stemming based on Michel's files, or based on the declensions, or based on the suggested spellings. So it's a very simple framework. I created the list of stop words with the help of Xavier. And here I just Google translated some lists that I found for English and German. And then, fortunately, Xavier knows Luxembourgish. Then he cleaned a bit because there were, of course, some translations that were not really neutral thing that you want to get away. He suggested a few more. And so we got a list of stuff for preprocessing. This is just an article from Luxembourgish Wikipedia, and this is the original version, and that's how it comes after preprocessing and stemming. And there you can see the unique words. So the original test has 94 unique words. After preprocessing, that you do the most by preprocessing, you get 64 unique words, and then stemming managed to restrict it further to 60. And of course, on a small text, you don't expect huge gains, but it can already be something interesting, especially when applied to larger texts, I think. And then together with Xavier, this is also a bit related to what Shore and Florian were doing, looking also at translation and try to get similarity of words through translation. We were thinking if to do a bit of a more aggressive stemming that compacts a bit more the word space by looking, for example, at a noun and the verb, or an adjective and an adverb from the LOD list, that they are very similar in terms of string distance, and then do a double check with the translation. For example, we look if any of the French or Portuguese translation, they also have 2 similar words, because otherwise you could get a lot of mistakes based on string distance alone. And then, if so, if this double check works, you can stamp to the same route. And that's it.